Hello, church family. Today's devotional is called The Fence. Matthew 6:24 says, "No man can serve two masters. For either he will hate the one and love the other, or else he will hold to the one and despise the other. You cannot serve God and mammon." Mammon is a noun. Worshipping wealth, any idol of worship, or devotion. It's either total devotion to God or total devotion to any and everything else. You cannot make a firm stance when you're sitting straddling a fence. You cannot take any stance at all. Straddling a fence makes you completely helpless to everything. You can't move, you can't run. You're pinned there, vulnerable to anything that may come along. It's the world or God. The world or God. The fence disallows any commitment or focus. You are wishy-washy, useless to yourself or anyone else, particularly God. Politicians are great fence straddlers. I'm a Christian, but men can be boys and boys can be girls. No. That's fence straddling. It's perfectly acceptable to cheat on your taxes. No. That fence, you know what that fence gives you? That fence gives you situational morality. You choose what's right and wrong depending on how it's going to affect you. No. So, what do you want? That car with 300,000 miles on it never did over 50, and only my grandmother drove it on sunny days. No. We look, sound, and act ridiculously when we choose to sit on that fence. Seeing sin in your life while ignoring sin in my life is fence sitting. Romans 12:3 says, "For by the grace given me, I say to you, do not think of yourself more highly than you ought, but rather think of yourself with sober judgment in accordance with the faith God has distributed to each of you." Put it simply, one is either born again or one is not. No believer can be more or less born again. Nor can you be more or less saved than any other believer. A Christian on a fence is a fool, not a Christian. He is not saved. When it is your time, Jesus will say, "I don't know you." Take a look at Matthew 25:11 and 12. You can only be one side of the fence or the other. And please stay off the fence. Stand firm with God, or he will not recognize you. Be aware, my Christian friends. I love you, church.